How you doing, Blake?
Pretty good. We were just chatting about CPI. So I think it's an interesting read. It came in a little light, and I feel like things might be setting up to go higher. What are your thoughts on that?
You mean in terms of CPI?
Mm-hmm.
I just saw the headline. Let's see. Uh, let's pull it over here.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
look
I
at
stopped
it.
sharing my screen so you can take it away with that. I had to I had to pull up charts. I was like, we gotta look at this because I don't know what's going on.
Let's see. 0.02 for the last month, 2.7 12-month basis, 0.3 for the month, 3.1% from a year, forecast at 0.3 and 3%. Super at 2%. Okay, so interest. Okay, so let's see. So so it's less than what they predicted. What is this? Why it says it's more. Core CPI is more, but overall is less.
Oh, is that what it was?
Excluding
Oh.
food and energy, which you don't need those to survive.
You
Core
don't need
CPI.
any of it. Hey,
Yeah.
don't look
Okay.
at that, people. The CPI and the PPI needs to be investigated by the FBI. Ain't that right, Jeffrey?
Hey, and we take out everything we don't spend money on, right?
Yeah.
They can't get it right, though, man.
Labubu dolls are going down in price. Actually, they're going up in price. Everybody heard Labubu dolls? Everybody seen those Labubu dolls? They're the new thing. They're like the little furry Chinese.
Oh,
I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it.
You
yeah,
you
it's
gotta
like
have kids. You gotta have kids or grandkids that want those.
Yeah.
what are
Um,
those things people collect? They're like the anime dolls now, Alex. You know what I'm talking about. It's a young guy thing. It's like those dolls, the pop
the
dolls or
Pop Mart. So
something.
yeah, Labubu's from Pop Mart. Pop Mart's like worth like $7 billion now because of Labubu.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Labubu economy, folks. We're living in a Labubu economy.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
let's
So,
take a
so how do we make money on that, Alex?
let's take
Man,
an
if they, I wish they would IPO, dude. Pop
let's
Mart
take an
IPO.
informal poll here, first of all, between Jeffrey, Blake, Alex, and the folks at home. Do you believe the government could get the CPI number right?
Uh,
Simple
well,
question.
No.
I know what you think, Jack. Folks at home, do you care about CPI numbers
Or PPI.
or PP or any? Do you care about any government numbers?
I
No.
don't make any decisions, but the core went up to 3.1% year over year. So
Margaret says the
uh,
government can't get anything right. So why would traders look at a CPI?
All right.
you
Man, I don't know who
know,
writes these CNBC articles. It's like funny in the at the market open. It's like futures up on soft CPI data or whatever. It's just like that. Nobody knows, bro. Um,
That's on me too, Jack. I was the one who brought up CPI because I looked at it and I was like, what are we doing? I was like, is anybody trading today with this report? And everyone was like, nah, trying to stay safe.
Yeah, I'm a trade. I could care less about it. I don't think, again, the economy is not the stock market. I think maybe that has more of an influence on rates than stocks.
yeah, on my view of my personal my camera view. I've got the PCE versus the CPI. PCE being Powell's favorite way to compare inflation versus CPI. Me personally, I spend more of my money on housing and food and less of it on medical care. Medical care is kind of stressed in PCE, but so I guess it depends on where you are in life as to which way you kind of do your spending. But there's the pie charts right there, kind of showing off the breakdown for those.
Can you share
So,
that screen?
oh,
I'm having to
okay.
squint my eyes here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let me squint your eyes. Well, it just depends. You double click on my face and it pops up full, right? There you go. There you go. So,
That's better.
housing 22%, medical care 22%.
and then other services 23% on PCE versus, CPI, we have 42% on housing. I don't know about you. One of my biggest expenses of the month is paying that house bill along, with all the other things associated with that. And then transportation, paying for the cars and putting gas and electricity into them. And then food and beverage, another 15%. So I'm over here on CPI as far as my breakdown goes. I
Yeah.
welcome anybody.
My
I,
pink,
So
my pink would be the biggest piece of the pie.
Recreation. We need a new jack one, right?
Seriously, I got 3 fly rods in the truck, motorcycle coming and that's a huge piece for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't even know. I'm trying to parse this. I don't know. You see, inflation still basically the same, honestly. I don't think. I mean, what I think is if any increase, it's showing the tariffs really haven't caused that much of an increase. So bullish on tariffs, I suppose, like not causing the uh crazy increase in prints.
well, the only thing dragging it down, if you really dig into it, was oil prices, fuel prices. That's the
Right.
only thing that's actually down, and it was down enough to keep everything in check. Otherwise, it would have been up like 0.3% across the board, and that was
Oh,
a
really?
pretty major pop.
What's a
So,
gallon of gas run you there, Jeffrey? I mean, you don't use gas with your wind up
You-
truck, but
Jack, take a guess when the last time I bought gas was.
man, probably for your old truck, maybe 6 months ago. I don't know, Blake. What's a gallon of gas run where Jeffrey got
It's
that wind up truck?
like 370.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
309 where I am. Interesting.
Yeah.
Where you at,
We-
Blake?
Kansas City.
No
It's a
way.
little, yeah.
It could
Unless
be-
it went down some, I don't really get gas all that much. I mean, it was like 350, 370. What is
Yeah.
it now? Hold on.
460.
Where you are for Art's saying 450 in California. Yeah, I don't know.
There you
Oh,
go.
I guess gas went down in Kansas City. Now it's like 285.
245.
There you go.
I put the premium in there, so it's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all you want to run, right?
I use
Yeah.
the regular as the pivot point for the reference point for gas price. But yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's cheap,
yeah,
cheap to live here. 237 right there.
nice.
Dang.
270. See, up 39.
That's crazy.
So-
I haven't seen 237 up here since 1986.
It's cheap. And aren't the wages up in Tennessee too?
I don't know. I'm not one to speak, so I don't know. I don't keep track of the local economy that much.
Mark says my child care is my biggest cost. The age range is 33 to 43 years, not months. Wow, that's long-term child care cost there.
Thought you could get out at 18 years old there. Mark, joke's on you, right?
Oh my gosh.
So
Life.
Yeah, I got
Oh, yeah.
19 to 26. That's years old too. So
I'm gonna give Chris crap because he was saying that we wouldn't retest these all-time highs yesterday before getting a little bit of a pullback. But look at here, we're above all-time highs, folks. Markets are 640, SPY 640 now.
Uh-huh.
I show SPX slightly under the all-time high, but
SPY is above the all-time high.
yeah.
And everybody was saying seasonality wise, this month is going to be not good for tech, but look at where we are. So maybe
So far so good.
maybe we have a different type of seasonality this August and September.
I mean,
Hey Jack,
look at
Jack.
stock.
What's that?
Jack, this time it's different.
They say that every time. They keep pushing it up, Art says. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, they just keep pushing it up because they can. And one thing about all-time highs, folks, there's a lack of overhead supply. Whenever you get a stock that's at an all-time high and it's in a good trend as well, that's where your money's at right there. But these all-time highs are good from a technical perspective. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of a nice crossover on SOXL, SOXL, which is the 3x leveraged semiconductor ETF. I mean, this is got NVIDIA earnings coming up in about 15 days. Yeah, 15 days. So this is, I mean, and I don't know, like, I mean, if NVIDIA, I was saying this yesterday, if NVIDIA, I think things are going to keep rising until NVIDIA, I think that's a kind of a pivot point, how their earnings go. I think everybody's that's the last great one we're looking for this quarter. you know, if they underperform, which I don't think they will, it could cause some chaos in September. But I do think that at least for the rest of August, I feel like we're going to keep on. Now we are at all time. We're probably gonna, I mean, I would think that we would pull back here, you know, maybe a little bit tomorrow, but you know, who knows, man. I mean, this is just a cliff face of gains from that little, maybe this was the August correction.
So I found something interesting. Over the weekend, I was reading Medium. Occasionally, there's interesting articles that come out on Medium for stock traders. This guy had done a decade of, I guess, trading and research. He was showing that those 52-week highs. You know, this is back to Jack's like favorite kind of pattern. Follow the stuff that's going up. He looked at 52-week highs, and if a stock spent 3 to 6 months in a consolidation before it started breaking out to new highs, it tended to, for the next 6 to 12 months, outperform the S&P 500 by 30% on average.
Now, how would you find that though? How would you find?
So you look at the way I started doing it. I started pulling up a list of 52-week highs today, and then I used Market Chameleon and just went to the 52-week high tab, and a couple that bubbled to the top were ANET, and then I pulled up a monthly chart and looked at it and just counted the number of candles it did in a consolidation before the current breakout. And if it was between 3 and 6, that met the pattern. So ANET, and you go to a monthly chart instead of the daily chart.
Mouse is laggy.
Yeah. I've noticed TradingView being laggy the last couple of days. So you see that right there. See those basically 2 red candles and then a green doji or hammer or whatever you want to call it at the bottom there.
I think the technical term, Jeffrey, is an inverted hammer.
Inverted hammer, croquet mallet, whatever. Anyway, so here you go. ANET, that meets the criteria. Now it's on a breakout, 52-week highs. This one could experience 6 to 12 months of continued upside. And I found this over and over. And like another one was LITE. That was on the list yesterday.
Oh, Lumentum. Oh, I remember trading this. Oh, when did I trade this?
And then another one that I found this morning was SE, C companies, or C Limited, whatever it is.
Oh, that's a nice little recovery pattern there.
And you can see that little 2-month, 3-month little consolidation in the current 52-week high. Just right on the last 3 candles there.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I've been in that a long time. That's been great for naked puts, great for covered calls.
Sean got some money on SE today.
Yeah, I like that one. That could be my new third wheel.
So this is an interesting pattern, Jack. You and I can explore this more as we work together. We're going to be launching a new show tomorrow.
Yeah, what's that going to be about?
Making money.
Jack making money. We're going to call it Market Masters, and we're going to throw it out here. Let me see if I can grab the SMS link for everybody to sign up for a reminder. Give me 1 second. You can keep talking while I look for this really quick.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Interesting. So if ANET's here, what's if you were to sell a put at just 120? What is ANET?
Yeah, 140. The 110 would be too far out for me.
Yeah, 110 is only it's $1.15.
I mean, if you want, it all goes back to, do you want a chance at getting the stock on a dip, or do you just want to make monthly income from the naked put?
So 17th of October is 120. The 120 strike, you can get 245 in premium. Let's over here.
What strike was that?
October 17th, 120.
Yeah, how about a 130?
130, you get $5.
Now we're talking.
All right,
$500
there's the link in the chat for everybody to sign up for Jack and I's new Market Master show.
Yeah. We're going to have Alex on as a guest too, I think, aren't we?
I mean, it's going to be wide open, Jack, whatever we want to do.
Nice. I'll have it come on. Let's see. If you want ANET, it's interesting. I don't know. What do you think, Jack? Would you go into ANET at this point?
Yeah, I'm still long it. I do stuff with it all the time. I took it on the chin there last January when we were doing live naked puts in Jacksonville with my Diamond Club, but I stayed in the stock, and it's been good. I like the story. You know, so you're going to make all the chips in the world, but you need some software that can interface with it, right? You need a lot of different things in addition to the chip, switches, routers, all that stuff that Broadcom makes. I love Broadcom. I love ANET. Think all that stuff's going higher.
Well, yeah, I mean, semiconductors. I mean, I like SLX's technology, ACLS, another company. I think we talked. I don't know if we talked about this when you guys were on, but I'm like looking forward to just break over honestly, that looks. I wonder what this is on the monthly.
David's talking about
So
child
that,
expenses, child care, and he says just wait when your 35-year-old cost you $250,000 for the divorce lawyer. And
oh
then
wow.
after spending 100,000 on the wedding, right, David? These kids these days.
When I was a kid, we just had a
Barbecue,
yeah.
the 100 grand in Rome, my second boy, they weren't having it any other way.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I don't feel like I should be. I don't feel like I should be compelled to go to a friend's cross-continental vacation wedding.
But these
It's a
kids,
lot to ask of people.
yeah, barbecue, backyard barbecue is the way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Axcelis is another one. So this is an ion talking about the semiconductor industry, the chips, the hardware of the semiconductor industry. Axcelis has ion implantation machines. They kind of are the only ones that do what they do. This is a nice little monthly chart. I probably would want to wait for it to break over this Fibonacci level, and then that would probably correlate to it getting over the 50 moving average. But going long on Axcelis, I kind of like this one as a watch list. And I wonder if you sell puts on. So we'll come back to ANET for the put. I just want to check out real quick this sell it. Axcelis.
Let's see
Go
this
out.
6-month chart on that, please.
Yeah, sure.
Because if it's not in an uptrend, I would never do a naked put.
Well, it's not in an uptrend right now.
Yeah, that
That's
really,
why I was saying I would wait for it to cross.
He was looking for a 6-month view of the daily chart. Is what he was actually. Yeah, we're kind of 4 months up, but the 2 months before that were down pretty bad, or 6 months before that were down pretty bad.
Yeah, and even more so than from that.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a nice little bounce off of these lows down here. I mean, they're going back to 2022 lows, bounce off the 2022 lows.
So we've got a 4-month
But
uptrend going.
Maybe a long term. Maybe if you want to buy and hold it, it wouldn't be a bad play, especially if you break over $83 or so, 83.50.
so do you guys ever trade a recent IPO like Fly?
No, I did see circles cruising.
Like you don't do that, Jeffrey, unless it has enough.
Uh,
You wait.
It's gotta bottom out. Like since 95% of IPOs start out bearish, it's just a pattern that I've looked at over and over and over in the market because you don't see what the valuation was before it goes public, and then everybody kind of decides what it's like you said, we don't know how the jockey's performing, we don't know how how they're going to manage the stock price, we don't know if they know how to actually deal with shareholders and provide and quell the expectations. All that takes a little bit of time to settle out, and 95% of companies will make a low lower than the IPO price, sometimes substantially lower, before they actually get it under control. So
do you wait an X number of months before you trade a recent IPO, or
it's really gotta settle out the price pattern. Some management teams take longer to figure it out. Others get their crap together pretty quick. Like Facebook, Meta, they figured it out pretty quick. It took them about 6 months, and then they were on to glory. But other stuff like Beyond Meat is still trying to find their bottom. You can say what you want to about fake meat, but they're still trying to figure their crap out.
terrible?
Yeah, I want them to
So
figure
I've
it
been
out.
trading Fig. I see Robbie says Fig did well. I've been playing with,
Trading.
been playing Fig, been playing Fly.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you
Fig
want
did make
fly?
that. Fig made that lower low, and it's potentially done on the downside. And maybe they figured it out now. So yeah, that one took about 2 or 3 weeks, and it still has potential to maybe take another dip, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Circle's a recent one. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's bottomed out. The bottom was. What's interesting
Yeah.
from Circle is they IPO'd and then it wasn't an immediate sell-off. They actually had a nice little run on their IPO. And now, I mean, the price action seems kind of settled. You got some crossovers about to happen on the moving averages. No 200 yet, no long-term ones, but
I'm just saying, like, before I'll start trading it, it needs to bottom out in that lower low. That doesn't mean it won't rip like Circle did here before, but it has this pattern where it may dip down and actually visit below that, $60 IPO price.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty for a brand new company. I feel like this is $175. It's pretty expensive, honestly.
It's hard. It's a two-way thing though. Whenever you see a company go public, I don't know what the IPO price was on Circle, but when you see it go to $250, the company Circle got ripped off in the IPO. The underwriter
Yeah.
could have priced it way higher and got the company way more money. And whenever you see an IPO open hot and then flop, that's when
That's when they made bank.
they made bank. Yeah, they got a great valuation, and Wall Street did not rip them off, but got a high fee. So that's kind of how I look at it. If I was the guys at Circle, I would not be too happy with the underwriters because obviously they have one valuation, but the market is saying right here it's much higher. So they could have got a lot more capital with that IPO. But they just had earnings too, didn't they?
Circle,
Yeah,
yeah,
just did their first earnings. Yeah.
Crazy story with this stable coin and how they're going to be able to lend that thing out on the
Yeah, the earnings per share, I think the revenue for especially an early stage company like this is more important than earnings per share, but
yeah, little cash flow.
revenue, they beat on revenue by a good amount. 12
Yeah.
million.
I like it. I'm trading it. I'm long it. I'm long and strong and about to get it on.
Oh, you're long Circle? Nice, man. Well, I wonder what the premiums are for this baby. ACLS sucked.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. So
Juicy.
150, man. You can get 900 or $765.
That's the stuff that makes my mouth water. Those fat, juicy puts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So if you do want to own, and that's nice because if you buy at the 150, you get 760. That means that you're going down to 143 in terms of if you were to get assigned on it. So 142
Hey,
40.
you could play the 150 for this Friday and still get 70 cents on that contract.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Be exposed for like 4 days or 3 days, 3.5 days.
Yeah.
Speaking of 3 days, I just put on a bull put spread on AVGO for about the millionth time this year.
You love APGO.
I'm loving this thing like a fat kid loves cake.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that support. That support line there. That's a strong one.
So last week I sold the 280 and bought the 280.
And Jack, that's the same pattern I was talking about right there. It spent 4 months consolidating, then broke out to new all-time highs.
Yeah.
Now, same 6 to 12 month potential outperformance for that one on the S&P.
Cool. I love it. Yeah. The only thing about it, when trying to get somebody else into it, it's a little bit expensive capital wise for a naked put or to be long the stock here. But
Right.
what I like with credit spread is the price of the stock doesn't matter. The only thing that matters as far as your capital is the difference between strikes. So, one option with a difference at $2.50, it doesn't matter what the price of the stock is. So Art says, how high can AVGO go? Easy 500.
All right.
It's only worth $1.4 trillion right now. If it just went up to the $3 trillion club, it could double in price.
The
So
story isn't really out on this yet, but I look at Broadcom as the glue that holds all this AI stuff together. Back to switches, routers, software, and some chips. But
picks and shovels, picks
gotta
and shovels play.
yeah, exactly. But it doesn't have nearly the PR that something like NVIDIA has. You never hear people talking about Broadcom, yet it just chugs higher.
You know, there's only 10 stocks that were responsible for 80% of the market cap gain since Liberation Day.
Wow.
Broadcom was one of those. The Magnificent Seven were 7 more of those. So that's kind of crazy, right?
Or the other two.
The other two, you hadn't asked me right off the top of my head. Hold on one second. I'll tell you the other two.
Can't be throwing out these stats without backup, bro.
Palantir is one of the other ones. And hold on one second. I forgot. Like, if you hadn't asked me, I was going to say it, and then it's like one of those situations where you asked me and I just evaporated.
Microsoft.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
no, that's
Mag 7. Mag
Yeah.
7 is Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Google, even Tesla and NVIDIA. Hold on one. Golly, where'd it go?
Yeah, I haven't looked at AVGO spreads. I took 2 spreads that are looking nice on CEG and GEV yesterday. Going out to October 17th, I think on both of them. No, September 19th on both of them.
Oracle. Oracle's the other one.
Really?
So Mag 7s plus Palantir, Oracle, and Broadcom.
Oh,
Nice.
That's the 10.
Do you ever I bailed on it at $21.
Me too, or 23, I think is where I bailed, but I went from 7 to 23 and I was like out.
12 for me, like 12 to 23. It was a little late, but the thing is, I'm just surprised at how high this thing is running, and I don't see any room for it outside of government contracts. And I don't know if that's a good business to be in, government contract business. I don't know.
You don't think so? I feel like that's a great business. All the tech companies are. I mean, look at this headline here. All the AI companies are.
Yeah.
Fed gives green light to cut rates. Interesting.
Yeah, the thing that scares me is their price to sales ratio is 140x. So
And the guy with the weird
that's all their sales. Not we're not talking earnings or anything like that. Costs involved. 140 years of sales to justify the current price of Palantir. That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Same with OKLO. They got nothing, and that thing's trading on fumes. Look at that.
Yeah,
they don't even have working anything.
Yeah, they don't even have sales to so to speak to have a price to sales ratio.
No. What are they? Their last earnings is coming. Came
Remember in
zero revenue. Look at that.
2022, when the world turned on tech, the first things that got absolutely beheaded were tech companies like this that didn't even have a PE because they didn't have any E, right?
Yeah.
This is the kind of thing that's going to get slaughtered when the market's going to turn and get nasty on this stuff with no earnings. And when it does, they'll cut this stuff in half.
Yeah, these might be the second cycle buys, honestly. OKLOs, I think like, it's like kind of like the pets.com, the early maybe internet.com bust. There was good ideas, undercapitalized, they didn't know how to sell it, they didn't know how to do it, but then they came back, like the ideas of them at least emerged again in like 2010, 11.
It's all ideas and no execution.
Yeah.
Good PR guys, but not good jockeys running the business.
ASTS is another one of those companies that really has not. I mean, they have some money, but I mean, they're at least making money. They have not zero, but it's not nothing. I mean, it's basically nothing. I mean, 718K last quarter, a little bit of improvement, 1.16 million. But they're so traded. Everybody loves ASTS. They love trading them. But yeah, I mean, they jumped up. I guess because they increased their revenue, but it did surprise to the downside. So these are all, I don't know. I mean, that's why the companies like CEG right? So OKLO, so if you look at, let's look at GEV since we're on the nuclear side. So GE Verona is another, I mean, they have nuclear facets of their business. They actually have money. And it was actually pretty interesting. The strikes are great with this. So I took a pretty far out spread, bull put spread on CEG yesterday, and I took the 310 and the 300 puts. Wait, what? No, sorry, that's CEG. I took the GEV, I took the 590 and 580 puts. So I mean, we're basically since before this latest run. And they got pretty juicy premiums. I forget what I got. I got like 200 some bucks for that going out to September 19th. So, and then in CEG, I do believe CEG, I know they are electricity and types of alternative energy. They do have some nuclear capabilities as well. I think, don't quote me on that though. But, that was also had some juicy strikes. I got 300 and 310 puts for that. So, it was 310 and 310 right down here.
Yeah, CEG is just short of that pattern I was talking about where you break out to new 52-week all-time highs. If it can push up above the breakout, that'd have the pattern intact.
Right here. Yeah.
Now we were
Well,
talking about Dash for a second, and I see Art types in. Art says, "I do Uber Eats delivery, and people want orders delivered to their homes." No question about that, Art. But I got to ask you a serious question. Have you ever reached in and snacked out a couple fries when you brought the bag up? Poached a couple fries. Art, come on, I know you did it. It's okay.
Fried chicken.
Mhm.
Nice.
All
Yeah,
right.
I've seen
Dash is another company. I just really don't see why Dash. I don't know, man. I don't know why this company would be $250.
What's the revenue look like on this thing?
$260. I mean, it's fine. It shouldn't be making as much money as it is. I just like why? It's just food delivery. Jesus.
price to sales at 9.5. Not too bad on
Not too, no,
DoorDash.
it isn't. It's probably gonna keep on going. I just don't think it should. I'm opposed to it morally.
I asked one time just to know, would you get into a robo taxi? Right now I want to know, would you ever order? I would never let a guy drop off food at my house. Would you do that?
I don't know. I cook mainly, or my wife cooks mainly.
Would you trust the guy?
No, I don't. I think
Yeah.
if I'm going out, I'm gonna go out to a restaurant and enjoy it. It's like a thing. I would rather go out and eat.
Hey, Jack, what if the robo taxi brings you the food? The
Oh.
restaurant puts it in the robo taxi
And
brings
the
you the
humanoid
food.
robot delivers it to your door.
And then they put it in my mouth. I just open my mouth. It feeds me.
Yeah. That's the future, folks.
Art says a lot of single people don't want to cook. Art, that is exactly right. That's the whole business of DoorDash, right? Plus the younger people, single people, they're more in tune with it. They wouldn't care about it being delivered to their house, but that just sounds outrageous to me.
I'm morally against paying for delivery. I'll just go get it.
It just says the least amount of hands touching my food possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Ray. There is no rhyme or reason to the market sometimes. We can't overthink things or think something should or shouldn't happen. Bodine is Bodine. Art, you started a brawl in the chat, man. I don't know if you can
Yes.
see people are
The
people
food.
feel very strongly about food versus deliveries.
Yeah.
Some with you, some against you. Not saying you're completely alone, but um so I want to just touch base on some trades we took yesterday. So I don't know if anybody was here yesterday. We did sell that put on target. Did anybody here? Let us know in the chat if you did sell that put on target. That's looking pretty nice today. Of course, we're just going to hold longer, but it is having a nice little pop today.
Were you trading this, Alex?
So we sold load 17 October, $90 put on target. And I know this won't reach your criteria, Jack, for selling puts, but we were talking through this and we all decided to kind of do it because like target is, we're bouncing off these lows. They have earnings coming up. we could get, I forget what premium we got for it. What we're at 50, so 200 some bucks a premium back out to October 17th.
Catch this stock, my friend. You're gonna get assigned.
Well, I don't think I'm going to hold, and I'll update. I don't think I'm going to hold 2 earnings. We have earnings next week. No,
That follows Jeffrey's lower highs, right?
yeah,
Yeah, look at that lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high.
yeah.
That one. I got that one going down, baby.
But we do have I mean, this is bouncing off of a little bit of support back in March of 20, which is the COVID lows. Yeah, I'm probably not going to hold it, but I am going to probably get out maybe 30-40% of premium. We'll see how the price actions go. I don't really hold to earnings, but I don't know, Target, but again, I also, on the other hand, I don't know. I don't think Target is going anywhere. They've been bad, but Walmart's been good. I feel like Target, I mean, in terms of big name, big box retailers in that vein, there's Walmart. I mean, I guess you could say Costco, which has also been doing great. Target, there's only a few of them.
Target's fallen out of favor. It used to be people talking about they'd go to Target almost every day. It was just everybody loved it. Now they had some
Yeah.
kind of boycott, and ever since then it's
Yeah.
So the last 5 years, there's almost no insider buying. It's all insider selling. So they have no confidence. The management.
time for a
So-
new job. You got
Yeah,
Well,
need a new.
they have a new CEO, I think. I think they just got a new CEO. So we'll see. Well, this is not good. I don't know if this was prior to. No, we'll read some. But anyways, it's good premium. It's pretty far away from 90 right now. So
Hate to beat up on your stock, but
no. I mean, look, I honestly wouldn't be opposed to owning. I think I wouldn't be opposed to owning Target at COVID lows. Someone saying, yeah, it got caught up in the 29 cents each bananas. It got caught up in the DEI stuff, like Sean said, I think. Poor management. They do have a new CEO. I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I also probably won't hold through earnings just in case. But I don't think I would be opposed to owning Target at 90 bucks.
it's a great dividend stock if anybody already has it. I've owned it for forever. I won't sell it, but the dividend is awesome.
What is it?
The dividend?
Yeah.
We'd have to take a look.
No. Let's see what the target dividend is.
Oh, it's over the.
Dividend indicated is 4.38%.
Yeah, see, that's over the 2%. They're not going to have any problem paying it. Great cash flow, but stock price, they need a new jockey. They need a new team. They need to get that bulldog back and advertise.
Yeah, well,
Target on his face.
Wall Street Journal inside Target, frustrated employees and search for new CEO. So yeah, again, probably not going to hold 2 earnings. But you could collect some nice premiums on it at this low, which we do have a little crossover on the moving averages, approaching that Fibonacci level right here. At least get some money from it.
And the other thing here is we talked about this before. If you got a stock going down or sideways, your opportunity cost is huge because you could just sell this, buy something that's moving higher in tech and get it all back. And so I see the volume on a lot of these stocks just going down, down, down as people want out and they want to put their money to work. When you're reading about all-time highs and you own Target, you're like, man, I'm missing out, right? I'm going to get rid of it and get into the action. So
Yeah.
I see a lot of that, a lot of switching out just because it's not moving. It's not keeping up.
Yeah, it's like how much would what would a target turnaround mean for getting similar gains that you could pop into something like Circle, maybe even
2 years, 2 years for Target to get turned around, right? Where you can get something in a month. Ask Kmart, Sean says.
Kmart's done, right?
I don't
They're
know.
gone.
Watch it be a meme stock though.
Yeah. I think I haven't seen a Kmart in a decade probably. They were
Sears.
always, I never understood Kmart. They're like a worse Walmart, like dirtier Walmart. And I don't know, Walmart's not particularly clean either. That's I don't know.
Sears, Penny, yeah.
Sears, yeah, Sears another one. Oh, Sears brought out Kmart 20 years ago. Yeah, okay. I thought I hadn't seen Kmart's in a while. Yeah. So that's the updates on those trades. If you did take that put, you looking good again. I'll keep you updated on all these profit panels, how it's going. But ledge trade, Ray seems to agree with people. Well, you know, whatever. We're gonna get some premium from it. I think we'll have time to get out of it before earnings. So
Going back to Dash, Alex, did you have something going on in Dash?
I don't know. I have something. I did sell a put on Oscar last week. So which Oscar's still sort of, it hasn't moved much, but it is above that Fibonacci zone. What are we at on Oscar? I'll jump to another account, but not on anything on Dash now.
When that thing came out, I said, this is never going to work. You know, look how wrong I am about just, you know, things. Society, I'm often wrong about it. I would never think someone would want to get into a robo-taxi in a million years.
Yeah.
People would want food delivered to their house. That'd be a dumb business, but look, what do I know?
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, you know, it's, I guess all restaurants used to basically do delivery. Actually, that's not true. I don't think most restaurants did do delivery. I guess it's interesting because it's like broke, only pizza shops would do delivery. So it's like it opened up delivery for, you know, every restaurant in a city, which I guess is a big market.
Yeah. Well, it also goes to show why I don't like to know what the business does sometimes, because I'll just talk myself out of it, where this
Yeah.
is exactly the kind of trend that I like, you know, but if I look at what the business is, then I, you know, I'll talk myself out of it. So sometimes I don't want to know what they do. And sometimes
Most of the time, I have no idea what a company does.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what A-Lab does. That thing's been climbing after earnings though.
Ray's telling me that COVID changed the world and it's time for me to catch up. But up here in the cabin, right, there is no DoorDash, there's no McDonald's, there's no
You gotta go, you gotta go out and catch the elk yourself.
chase it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trout and elk.
I'm out of the loop when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, drone delivery will be the next one.
Someone
Probably.
would shoot it down before it got here.
Yeah.
What? Having no drones flying over.
Yeah, what's interesting though is like 75% of the population lives within like a 5-mile radius of a Walmart super center. So Walmart doing drone delivery, they can get most things that weigh less than 5 pounds out to customers within 20 minutes. That's kind of crazy when you think about that. And
yeah.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a whole ripoff waiting to happen, having a drone delivery. I mean, you got porch pirates now. You're going to have drone pirates. They see a box
but
in your
hey,
house.
But the thing is, you would have to be home to get the delivery. So it can deliver it wherever you are. If you're at work, it can bring it over to you. I mean, it's crazy like to think about.
Yeah. Airdrop. Odin says airdrop a Big Mac to you, right?
Yeah. I think Archer sucks. So that's, you see it. I think there's a bull case for Joby just to buy Archer. And if that happens, Joby could be looking hot. Joby's doing much better on a chart than Archer is. So I think Joe, in terms of like the air taxi drone delivery stuff, I think Joby probably takes it. There was Blade, I think what BLDE. I think I don't know what happened. Yeah, Blade Air Mobility. They were hot. They kind of suck. They're tiny though, and nothing.
Yeah. And Joby's at that 52-week high. And,
yeah. I think in this space, Joby, Archer's, Blade, you're gonna see some acquisitions, mainly by Joby, because I think they're the best performing one, even though their earnings kind of slow. Let's see what their earnings were.
How would they do it? Would they give Archer stock, or would they give Archer cash?
Oh man, well I don't know if they have much cash.
They don't have. That's why I'm saying they'd have to issue bonds
yeah.
And then you're diluting your stock to take on debt. And I don't know.
These are all speculative plays, you know. It's just like, but I mean, look, Amazon is investing into this, right? So it's like into drone delivery, not into Joby, but into drone delivery. That's
Yeah,
another question. These Walmarts and Amazons, like where's the space for Joby? Well, Amazon and Walmart can probably do it faster and cheaper, you know?
Joby's price to sales ratio is 135,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And people expect the company to grow into that, right? It's not happening.
But
Well,
how
they
long?
will go higher, but that's a really high valuation. And that's what scares people, Jeffrey, is you look at if everybody stops and looks at the ratios you are, they wouldn't touch this thing or Palantir or any of that stuff. But yet people aren't paying attention to the numbers. They're only looking at the number that goes higher.
Yep. I mean, that's
I
when
mean,
things are, yeah. What's funny is, in the economy, when prices are low, people tend to jump on it and buy it. But in the stock market, when prices are high, people tend to jump on it and buy it. And that's why economics and the stock market are opposite critters.
yeah, how long has the fundamental stuff not even mattered? Like, how many years? It doesn't seem to.
Well, it just depends on how you do your trading. Fundamental stuff can matter, but you got to look at the stuff that's actually popular, has a good jockey, as Jack says, and has good fundamentals. And that's where Jack knows you make a lot of money over time. That's why he's betting on the ones he's betting on.
Yeah. Yeah, I read this thing about free cash flow basically is the number one predictor of success. It's like if a company has got good free cash flow, that's all that matters. That's a business. That's a business. It's not a business if you're negative, if you're negative cash flow every month. So that I was reading something about how that's a huge one of maybe the most important metric for success, but a guy who was writing this long-term investing. AMC though, I don't know who asked that. Ray. Yeah, I don't know. It's a meme stock. If you're on Wall Street bets, maybe you'll make some money. You'll probably lose more money, but with these short squeezes. So yeah, nothing. I don't do AMC. I wouldn't.
No point in messing with that thing.
Yeah, I don't see anything here.
Dead money.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
No sense messing with that when you could buy something that's already trending like Dash or AVGO, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask my AI agent what the top 10 companies are with the best free cash flow for August 2025.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll get back to you when it answers. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I want to guess at what one of them might be.
Go ahead.
I'll take a shot. Altria.
Mo, Mo money from Mo. That one, now I have that one set to go to like 110, Jack. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Ray doubled his Roth playing AMC. Good.
Nice.
You're,
So if you're on the right side of the trend, you can't beat it. But you can get burned just as fast too if you don't, buy low, sell high. If you buy high and sell low, you did it backwards.
Right.
man, I really wanted PM to win, but they're not looking hot compared to MO.
Yeah, Mighty Mo, man, I tell you, that thing has got a lot of free cash flow and outrageous dividend. So normally you're not going to see a stock that pays an outrageous dividend and also move stock price like that. Makes it extremely rare. I own it in full disclosure. I got it in my wife's IRA. And again, she read about the business and hates cigarettes and stuff like that. So, it's like a sin stock. Not that it's a sin, but she just thinks it's a dirty business. And then I showed her how much she made on it. And, that turns people's attitude around. My sister's a vegetarian, put McDonald's in her IRA. She was pissed. Now she's loving it.
I bet. We were talking about this last week, I think, but PM one of the past weeks. PM is the nicotine pouches, right? So all these companies are, cigarette sales, whatever, but the nicotine pouches are where it's at. And I guess MO has on.
There's a lot of stuff in the gas station behind the counter. The whole wall is filled with nicotine products, all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And It's just young guys buying it, construction workers and stuff like that. When I'm in line, I see them buying it. I don't even know what some of this stuff is. There's tons of it back there.
Yeah, yeah. MO, I guess, has on. Philip Morris has Zen, but I don't. Yeah,
Hey, you want me to give you if you're into that stuff, go to Tractor Supply, get the horse nicotine bucket. It's like $7. It's way more than any of those little packs of Zins or anything behind the counter at the gas station. Way more affordable. Save yourself money. Tractor Supply. There you go.
how do you dose it?
Yeah, you just you got to read the label and be careful. But little spoon, maybe a Coke spoon, if you know what that is.
Yeah, for Coca-Cola, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do it, man. That's the hardest stuff in the world to get off of. Copenhagen. That is a hard thing to get off.
Yeah, I've never done chew. I have tried Zins. Well, I have tried, might be a not the word, but yeah, Zins are fun. The pouches are fun.
Yeah, they got Alp and Zins and
Yeah. Alp tore up my gums. I don't like Alp. I was like, yeah. I
And
wanted
all
to
the vaping products too. Tons of young people vaping.
I would rather smoke. I feel like smoking tobacco is better than vaping, man. All those Chinese coils, I don't know. I have friends who vape, and it's just like I don't think sucking on this little plastic nipple is very good.
Can't be. Yeah.
a lot of vaping though is getting that hashish in there.
Right, yeah, I know. Blake's saying he agrees with me about vaping. But yeah, so MO is, I mean, is this still you guys are still long this, you think?
I'm never gonna sell it.
Yeah. What about for folks who want to buy it now? What do you think? Good, bad, ugly,
Like
maybe?
dividends, that's the main reason I bought it. The dividend was great, and their ability to pay the dividend is great. So that's
I
why.
still see a $45 upside from here.
Wow.
No, that may have pullbacks, but I still see a $45 upside on Mo right now.
I'll tell you a little thing about Mo. If you do buy it and hold it, and the dividend is fat, and you reinvest that dividend, that's compounding on steroids right there. There's a lot of money to be made. Buy Mo, forget you own it. Just check the box to reinvest the dividend. Go live your life.
Well, it's interesting. So let's see. So revenue for Philip Morris is 10 billion. Revenue for MO is 5 billion, and it's 3 times less than Philip Morris. So yeah. And
All right, so you want the list from my AI?
yeah, let's do it.
Top 10. So this is interesting. I feel like Apple is number 1, NVIDIA is number 2, Microsoft number 3, Google number 4, Meta number 5, ExxonMobil number 6, United Healthcare number 7,
Oh God.
AVGO number 8, Visa is number 9, and then number 10 it says it has like a 10-way tie. So interesting.
Make a list if you could make it.
I'll write those in the chat right here.
Wow.
I think I got them all except United Healthcare.
I mean, yeah, geez, you'd think United would be doing better.
I'd love
So
to
we
see
got-
that go to 0. Talk about a bad jockey. Holy mackerel, that's terrible. That's the worst management team I can think of right now.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is just not looking pretty. But man, they're so big, they can't go to 0, really. I mean, they're such a big,
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
Too big to
they
fit.
got the they got all the government stuff probably too.
They
They're
could go to 0 if they paid out some claims. The only reason they got the cash flow is you file a claim, they're like,
denied.
pound sand, we're not paying you anything.
Yeah. Yeah, Iron Mountain. I don't know what Iron Mountain is. What is this, like a shredding company? Paper shredding? I feel like I see paper shredders from Iron Mountain. Someone was asking about that. Yeah. I don't. Data centers? Are the data centers? Sean's saying coffee. Okay, we have data centers and coffee for Iron Mountain. So those are very different business models.
One I don't have there, Jeffrey, is I don't have Meta and I don't have UNH.
All right. According to the Iron Mountain website,
Data center. Secure
yeah,
data stuff, probably.
they've been your strategic partner to care for information and assets.
Looks
So
like
it's
it's
gonna be data, you know, like storing your data, archiving data, data centers, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Bodine says they started out underground salt mines. Oh, they have the Social Security caves. That was a funny thing that Doge pulled up. Social Security pay. Yeah. Oh, BJ, are you in Northern Virginia, my man? I think you're a dude. I'm in Northern Virginia too. Yeah, there's a ton of data centers around where we are. I mean, they're always like popping up. You have Amazon. Yeah, all the 25% of all global internet traffic flows through Northern Virginia. So yeah, these data centers are crazy up here. All in rest.
why are they there?
I don't know, honestly.
Government.
I guess it has something to do with the government. Yeah, I'm not really sure though why they're here. I don't know if we had like good fiber optic because the government had, I think actually I did read that because the government invested a lot for its own services in like fiber optic cables for DC, and so they were just the kind of the infrastructure was already laid down. So, um, I think that's why, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure I read that. I don't remember exactly if that was the reason. I could just be completely making it up on the spot. But
You heard it here first.
yeah, you heard it here first. So someone fact check me on that. Yeah, NSA black money. Yeah. Jeremy is asking about MP materials. Well, I want to get to something pretty cool, a strategy here in a second, but MP as another company, it's like, wow, I thought when this gapped up that they were going to be selling to the Pentagon exclusively. I was like, this probably, I don't know, is this going to sell off? But then this thing is cranked. I wish I had bought it. It'd be almost doubling our money in like a month.
You were talking about this about a month ago, I think.
I know, yeah, I know, and we were all like, yeah, well, look at this huge gap up. It was doing nothing, had this huge jump, and then it had another huge jump 3 days later, and then it just has been climbing. And literally, their earnings call was basically, yeah, the Pentagon's buying our stuff, invest in us. That was their earnings call, and now they're up again. So it's kind of hard. I mean, if they have guaranteed, I mean, okay, so it all kind of ties together. You got the chips, you got the AI, you have the data centers. They all need rare earth minerals. There's literally we're fighting. We're moving. We want to your icy relations with China. There's only one. China can supplies most of these rare earth minerals. Actually, the Mountain Pass mine in California by you, Art, if you're still up here, they are one of the biggest mines for rare earth minerals in the entire world. But they have been stymied from being mined by the environmental regulations. And so the Trump administration issued an executive order to override those, open up Mountain Pass mine again for these rare earth minerals. They said that basically they got guaranteed government contracts to sell them to the Defense Department, to the Pentagon, all the, many other government Department of Energy and such as well. So I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty solid business model. 80, a lot of people made a lot of money on H. Reid made 62%, 80 got $22, got in at $22. Wow. Good for you, 80.
What's a
There's the S&P at all-time highs. There we go.
what's
Catching up to SPY.
what's the naked put here on MP? Yeah.
Let's look. I don't think it's going to be much.
What's the beta on that thing too? Does it show you?
I'd have to add it. I can let me look at the
Beta, 1-year beta is 0.26 on MP. It's on that little panel you've got right there. Like if you if you actually pull it up and you're looking at SPY right now, but if you pull MP up and scroll down, you have to expand it you have a little bitty down arrow next to the statistics that roll back up where you were. Just slightly down where it says key stats.
Yeah,
and
I
that little
got you.
down right there. There you go. There's the beta.
26. Okay.
Not gonna, you need a higher beta to get some action in the option.
Yeah, so what are we at? We're at 80, 74. So it's 19 September, go out 60, you get 100 buck 20, 65, 255.
For the folks at home, talk about beta. Beta is a measurement of volatility. So the broad market SPY has a beta of 1. Anything with a beta over 1 is more volatile. And that's what I look at. I like stuff that has a higher beta because I want to get a little bit more for the options. So stuff with a low beta is not for me. Like look at IBIT, that's probably got a beta over 2.
Yeah, it's got to be close to that, I would think. Now 0.68. I
Oh,
don't.
that's impossible.
It's been consolidating for months there,
yeah,
Jack.
it's also kind of tracked the market. Everything kind of recovered at the same amount after the April Liberation Day.
I don't think
It's been tracking almost with the market off the Liberation Day low.
So, hey, but you still get some juicy premiums. So this thing doesn't ever show up in my premium scanner though, because I have the beta setting above like
Now,
one.
Tesla's got a beta 1.7.
Yeah.
There you go. I got a 65 naked put on IBIT.
65.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 6450 I had last week. I actually 3 of them went out full profit, and I got put on one of them. Oddly enough.
Yeah, beta over 1, Jeremy. Got to have that for me.
That means it's more volatile than the stock market.
How about Hood? Let's see the beta on Hood.
I think Hood's probably going to be about the same. Just budging by the. Oh wow, never mind. I was completely wrong. 3.
Now we're talking.
Damn. I don't even think the premiums are that juicy on Hood though.
They are. I got covered calls. I got it all on Hood.
And this has got the same breakout pattern going.
Love it. I love it.
$100, you can get 300 or $3 at 100 strike.
We did a little 3-month consolidation back there at the beginning of the year. Now we're doing that breakout. So we're 3 months in, but we got 6 to 12 months of outperformance on the S&P for Hood. Same pattern. I told you you'd like this pattern, Jack.
Love it. I love it. You
You go out to October 17th on Hood, you can get $515 at 100 strike.
Love it. Yeah, I got the covered
That'll
call.
move an account. That'll move an account, folks. A small account or a bigger account if you do sell more puts.
Well, that's not a bad price. 115, right? It's good little combo there. High beta, decent price, great options action.
You look at Robinhood's market cap, it's only 100 billion. So, I mean, it's got lots of runway at 100 billion market cap. People look at stock price and they think stock price is stock price, but it's not all the same. You have to really look at the market cap of a company. That's the real limiter. And these companies can split and, issue more shares and do all sorts of things. But the market cap comes down to what's the value of the shares out there available at the current price of the stock. Multiply those two together, that gets you the market cap. And if the market cap's 100 billion, look at how many companies have much larger market caps. That's runway to go. If you're shopping at and looking at the big dogs, NVDA and Microsoft, they're at the top of the food chain. They're $4 trillion companies. Where's the upside there? It's very limited. You're gonna have to, to double the share price, you got to bring in $4 more trillion. That's one of them eating the other one. But for Robinhood, you can add $100 billion and double the share price pretty easy. Easy. I mean, so
they've got a model too. They're stealing
$100 billion is a $4 move on NVIDIA. Just think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
This one has
They'll probably report that during earnings, another $100 billion revenue.
They add the market cap of Robinhood in like a couple minutes.
Yeah, Hood's taken all the business from Schwab, everybody else, and tokenization. They'll be able to do that. You can bet sports markets. You can bet how many times what's his name is going to say the word recession during his speech. You can bet anything in Hood. They're really killing it. They're really tearing Schwab a new one. And talk about a jockey, good jockey here, good business plan. These guys got it going on.
I just really wish they had better customer. I had an account that in Robinhood I opened years ago. I never used it, and now I can't get them to send me an email to reset my password. I cannot use Hood. I can probably call them. I've heard that, but just the customer support is not great.
Not great.
It's not
Yeah.
great. That's why I use Schwab, just because I know I can always get to somebody like immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Hood. And you look at the demographics of the customer of Hood, it's all younger people. Just they're killing the new accounts at Schwab, everybody else. Hood's really growing customer base. They're really growing their product offerings. But again, I'm long the stock, so I'm not giving you an objective opinion. Mine is tainted by the fact that I'm in the stock way lower, and I think it's going way higher.
Yeah,
Of
well, I
course.
think as the millennial Gen Z demo expands, most of them aren't using Schwab.
No,
They're using Robinhood.
And they're unlikely to contact customer service. I've been using online brokerage platforms for coming up on 30 years, and I've contacted customer service like I think twice.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I have to do much. I started using the Robinhood for my 50K challenge because they don't charge any option fees.
And
When you're
their
pushing,
margin rates are a lot lower too. It's like 5%. Schwab's like 12%.
and when I'm pushing 30 to 50 contracts a week right now, that adds up pretty quick.
No, I know. I need to like email them or call them or something and get back on that.
No, you don't
So,
even have to pay the 65-cent option.
no, no. Yeah, that adds up quick, doesn't it, Jack?
It does. I mean, yeah, wow. Yeah, I got to look at that. The only problem is you're talking about customer service being no good, and you don't want to move a couple 6-figure blocks over there, knowing you're going to have bad customer service.
You can move a little tester block and see if you like it. I mean, that's kind of what I've done. So
Yeah, I might look at that.
Exit live sporting. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, live sporting trades. That's what I'm saying. You can bet. Yeah,
and they're
golf.
rolling out more and more stuff. Like seems like every week or 2 weeks.
Yeah. All this tokenization, even you're going to be able to almost trade a stock through a coin, right? Once they tokenize these things, it's just going to be crazy.
24-hour markets and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Once they do that, that's gonna. And there's so much financialization that's gonna go on. I think in the next 5 years, that's why I'm like. I mean, it's hard to be, outside of structure. It's hard to be bearish on these markets just because it's like there's so much. There's gonna be so much ways to inject more money into the system.
Well, the fees Hood's collecting. Guys are saying, hey, you can bet on golf, you can bet on this, you can buy and sell Bitcoin, you can buy and sell trading cards pretty much. And just the fees, man, that's where it's at for them. And I love fee businesses.
Yeah, toll booth businesses, right?
Yeah. Take a look at one of the all-time greats, BlackRock.
Yeah, that's got the pattern too. BLK making a 52-week high today.
Love this thing. I love it. And it's asset management. Now I understand that business, right? You just roll out a new ETF like they did with IBIT, and they got 3 billion in, and with a management fee, that's almost 3 million, right? In one day.
Yeah, crazy.
It is. And BlackRock's not going anywhere. They're the ones that are going to be doing the push to do an ETF crossover that has some private equity deals in it and some public. Just all kinds of new ETFs coming out.
They got some juicy premiums too. Woof.
Yeah. Only problem is, naked put on this one is very expensive.
If you get assigned, you're going to be on the hook for quite a bit of money.
I wouldn't mind being assigned. It's just the capital requirement putting it out there that you could put on this one, and then getting 100 shares at this price is a little stretch.
Yeah. we got Juggernaut in the house. Well, Juggernaut, now that you're here, we're talking about selling money or selling credit. We're talking about SPY. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about selling. All right, let's talk about out how to trade XSP, right? Now,
Yeah.
if you know, XSP is a European option, which is really cool because it's cash settled. So a lot of people, and there's also tax advantages to these types of things. So we all love SPY, we love QQQ, but sometimes they're not the most optimal way to trade, especially if you're doing like index trading. So you want to tell us a little more about why XSP is particularly useful?
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, I didn't even know it existed. You look at the prices and it's very similar to SPY, and then there's some, like you said, some European style that to a lot of people that doesn't make any sense. But you can't get put shares. There's no early exercise. You can ride it all the way out to the very bitter end before, and you control the keys to the castle. You never get put shares. You never get assigned. It's all cash settled. There's no shares to take even.
Yeah, you can't even trade the underlying shares of XSP or SPX or any of those.
Yeah, it's tax advantaged in 1256 what they call 1256 contracts, which means even if you day trade it, 60% of your gains are counted as long-term gains and 40% of your gains are counted as short-term gains in a taxable account. When you come to do taxes, that could save you like 20%.
Huge.
That can add up pretty big. Of course, you got to have a successful win rates and strategy. And I have one of those that has 86 trades in a row without a single loser. I've never issued a loss on this system. Does anybody want to know more about this?
I do.